Hello, today we're gonna take a look at the second most favorite character of mine, Crazy. I'm Summer, and let's jump right in. So the Crazy character has some downsides, like getting -10 engineering and -10 range damage, but we're gonna take a melee weapon, so it doesn't matter at all. Then he gets -30% dodge, so we won't have any dodge in this run, which is not a big issue because we want to take other defensive stats, and we can use dodge as a waste stat, so to say. He starts with a knife and gets 25% attack speed, which is nice, and he will get 100 range with precise weapons. So of course we use precise weapons, and the weapon of choice here would be the shuriken, because it scales with melee damage but still gets the range buff. So I'm gonna speed up my gameplay while the wave is going, and now we're gonna choose some harvesting in the beginning and roll once and sell the knife to get more chances for the right weapons, which is the shuriken in this case. 2 weapons in the first 2 shops, it's good. So in the second roll we get 1 shuriken, then we're gonna lock the ugly tooth because it's a good item, and then we roll once again for the next shuriken, and then we go in the wave. Like I said, we will speed up the gameplay here. So now we will buy some crit chance and another shuriken. Roll once, buy another shuriken because we get guaranteed shurikens or guaranteed weapons and most likely shurikens. So we have now 6 shurikens already in the third wave, which is really good. And you see, the shuriken is a really good weapon for this character, or is in general a good weapon, but especially on this character, because whenever it crits, it will bounce. So we will focus on crit damage or crit chance. So it crits more often and therefore bounces more often. We then take some speed as well. And now we don't have the guaranteed weapons anymore, so we will buy the ugly tooth and another shuriken. We also want to lock the gentle alien, it's a good item for most builds. The precise tag gives us 15 free crit damage, so the shurikens have a really high base crit and a really nice precise tag with that, so we start with almost 50% crit chance. So you can see easy waves. So at this stage we don't want to take a harvesting down, that's why I sell the bed, but in general lifesteal would be good for this character. Now we take melee damage to increase the damage of each shuriken, even though it's only scaling with 25%. Then we want to take the crit chance, even though it's a damage down, and of course the gentle alien, like I said before. So now we want to finish upgrading our shurikens as fast as we can. And yeah, you see it's bouncing quite a lot, even though we are just at wave 5 and don't have that much crit chance yet. But when the shurikens upgrade, they also get much more crit chance, so it's much easier to get to the goal of 100% crit chance. So that's a really good find tentacle. It gives us crit chance, which we want, and also makes us a little bit more sustaining because we increase our lifesteal. Then we take damage up and a little bit of HP because we are quite squishy at the moment. We can't have any dodge and we don't have any armor at the moment. We also get 100 range with precise weapons, so it doesn't really matter if we decrease our range, especially for the shuriken. That's why the Cyclops worm is quite a good find. The alien worm itself is okay, so we take it. It's quite cost effective. We also upgrade 1 shuriken again. You have to be a bit aware where the enemies die, because the shuriken spawns a lot and so the enemies die all over the place. So you have to get to the materials to collect them, as always, but this time it's a little bit harder because they die maybe even off screen. So in general, shurikens are really strong, and especially on the crazy character. So I take some range because shurikens don't get the attack speed penalty from taking range because they are thrown, therefore they just increase the range and the attack speed doesn't matter for the range because there is some negative component. If you increase the range, melee weapons normally take longer to recharge the next attack, but shurikens don't have that problem. So now we want to take lifesteal because they bounce a lot and they don't have that much knockback to begin with. We also want to take the bag. It's a really good item in the beginning. And now we go in the next wave. So yeah, like I said, focus on killing as many enemies, but also try to focus on collecting the materials that are really scattered all over the screen. And be aware that you are quite squishy. You see I get quite a lot of damage when I get hit. So play a bit safer than you would on most melee characters where you have some other layer of defense. So we take melee damage here, even though it's only scales 25%. We take the coupon for less money to spend on items, and also we take the lure because we get 2 more loot aliens. Then we are lucky and find a tier 3 shuriken. We combine our last common ones and buy the tier 3 shuriken. We also buy the classes. And yeah, so in general we want to focus on increasing our damage but also staying alive, of course. So range is actually quite a good find for this character. For most characters it's not important. For this character it's quite nice because we can stay further away from the enemies and still hit them. You can see with all the blue and 1 purple shuriken we have quite a lot of bounces already, and the damage is also quite high, and the enemies are dying quite fast. So we have an easy time if we don't get hit that often. We have some lifesteal and regen, especially with the tentacle. Now we take even more range. Crit chance is good, and here we take the attack speed. And there we have another gentle alien. It's a good find. We want that. We want to increase our enemies that spawn because we get more loot from them. And the bounces make it so that our AoE clear is really good. We take the tentacle for even more heal and crit chance. And then we want to roll because there's nothing really good here. Roll again by the shuriken here. And you see it's quite, shuriken are rather cheap items, rather cheap weapons, so it's quite easy to level them up. And we buy the cake for a little bit more survivability. This wave is a joke for shurikens because they bounce, and we have quite a high attack speed as well. So we one-shot every of the small enemies, and we bounce, I think the purple ones bounce 3 times, so we kill with 1 throw 3 enemies, which is crazy if they, of course, under the assumption that they crit, but I think at this point we have over 70% crit rate. So it's really easy to clear them. So here we won't take the handcuffs yet, it's not a good item at this stage. We buy the melee damage here, and then we want to take the black belt, because even though it decreases our luck, we will get much more experience. And then we want to continue buying shurikens. We buy the dangerous bunny. It will pay off in the long run because we don't have to pay 1 reroll. So this shop is not that amazing for us. We don't want to decrease our hit chance, critical hit chance, and we don't really want to focus on HP regeneration. Lifesteal is much better when you have bounces and fast attacks like the shuriken. So Master is really good for melee builds because you typically don't have any range damage component. So we take it, we take the bag as well, and another shuriken to increase our shuriken level. And then we go into wave 10. We want to see the build is tested at, let's say, the elites, because our AoE clear, like I said before, is quite good. But when it comes to single target damage, we will see if it's good enough, because elites can be quite dangerous. Like I said, we are quite squishy, we only have 39 life at this point, and we don't have bought any armor, I think, so far. So we have no dodge, no armor. We get a quite high amount of damage when we get hit. So let's see how it goes. Here we take the broken mouth for a little bit more defense, take the attack speed and another 9 max HP, so we increased our HP quite a lot, but we still don't have any armor. Here we will take the speed and range, even though it's quite costly. Our range is crazy high now, 88 plus the 100 from baseline. We will take the lumberjack shot so that the trees die more easily, and that's a tough decision if we take the glass cannon, because it increases our damage. Yeah, that's really good, but it will decrease our armor, so we won't take it for now. Then we actually get all our shurikens to purple, which is quite good, and we even get one of them now to legendary, because we can combine one and buy the blue one. Now it says 85% crit rate, it's really good. So 85% of the red shurikens bounce 4 times, up to 4 times, so it's really good. And you can see our single target damage is actually quite good with our attack speed. You can see that on the rather tanky enemies here. And it's important that you buy really damage up and not only crit chance, because you want to kill the elites. Because sustaining or surviving 60 seconds against the elite without killing it is really hard. You have to dodge almost all of the attacks. So that's why we focus on damage, to kill it before it kills us, so to say. So the blood leech here, we take it. It gives us some defense, or at least some sustain. And here we roll once because it's a guaranteed purple upgrade. Here we want to take the damage to increase our outgoing damage, so we can kill the stuff. It's a tough choice. We could also take the max HP, and I decide actually to do this because max HP increases our survivability, and sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit more pessimistic. I think I will get hit, so rather take one more hit possibility than a little bit more damage. So I take the target grade to get the same result, to increase the survivability. I will take the tree. It's in the long run a really cost-effective item. Then I will combine another 2 shurikens to buy the common one. And next wave is the elite, so we have to really take care what we do. So this time I will spend all my money as good as I can, so that I have the highest chance of winning against the elite. So there's no really good item here, and we will roll again, even though it's quite expensive now. So the dodge item is not good for us because its dodge is useless. We won't get out of the negative one, so it's again not that amazing of rolls. So we will roll again, even though it's very costly now. We will increase our shuriken again, and now we can't buy anything, so we locked the little muscly dude. It's a good item for this build, and we got a rather easy elite. It charges at us, we can dodge that easily with our speed, and the bullets are quite good to dodge, so we got lucky in this sense that we can kill this one. There are harder elites which would cause more of a problem. So you have to be really, let's say, fast with the movement here, but it's okay. In general it dies quite fast, even though we took defensive options, not offensive one. And here we get one of the best items for Crazy, so it's in this case a really lucky find. We take every crit deals 10%, and for elites and bosses 1% of the maximum of the current HP as damage. So we shredder them in the beginning, so it's really, really strong. You will see at the next elite. Now we take some lifesteal to increase our sustain, and here we will take the armor to, if we get hit, to decrease the damage we take. So now we take the locked muscly dude, and then we roll. Then we take the tentacle for more sustain. We will take the cute monkey for some healing, and we will also also buy the common shuriken. But before that, we will combine the tier 2 shurikens. So you can see here, our shurikens are getting quite good along. 88% crit chance, so we want to get some more crit chance, so that if the shurikens are at maximum, we will have 100% crit chance. So we reroll here once, and then we will probably buy the metal blade. Yeah, it's a good cost-effective item. It gives us armor, even though we lose some damage. Here we will again combine 2 shurikens and buy the one in the shop. We take the head injury for more damage and decreased range. We don't take the head injury because we want to save some money. The next wave is quite easy. And you can see the tentacles are dying quite fast, so our single target DPS is quite good, which is, to be honest, mostly because of our crazy good find of the Giant's Belt. But you take what you can get, and yeah, it's a really easy run from this perspective. We only have to increase our defense. So we don't want the turret, we don't have any engineering. We want to take a little bit more crit range, because to max it out, which is now more important than ever. So we reroll, because then we take the Brotato. That's for most of the characters a good find. The crit chance is more important than ever, because we want to have 100% of the hits take the special proc of the Giant's Belt. Then we upgrade another shuriken, and then we look at our crit chance. It's 93%, so with the insanity or the alloy we get really close to the 100%. The alloy is much more expensive, but gives us some flat melee damage as well, so we take that one, and we don't need a dodge, or we can't take it anyways. So here you can see the little enemies that spawn from the hosts are not really an issue. We can't control the host spawns or the small enemy spawns, but our bouncers kill them even off screen. So that's one of the best builds to deal with them, because they just die from our bounces. And it's really easy. You see, we have no struggle at all. Lifesteal is a really good find here. We want to increase our sustain. And here we find another crit chance. It will overcap us if we take it. We will, so we can have some leeway if we want to decrease it later on. And also our lower level shurikens will now be able to also always have a crit. So here it's a little bit sad. We blow the blue one and get right after that we got the purple one, so we have to sell the common one and waste a little bit of money. We will lock the whetstone because we don't have any knockback anymore, but we want the lifesteal. And even though our luck is quite bad, we get quite often high tier items. By the way, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more commentaries like this, let me know in the comments if you want and what character you would like to have a guide for. So here you can see the enemies die so fast, sometimes there is no enemy on the screen. And it's really good. We are level 20 as well. So we did not find that many level up materials, but it doesn't matter that much. We take the hedgehog, it's a good item for us. Here we have, again, level 20, so we have guaranteed 30. We'll take the HP to have more chance of surviving and don't dying in one hit, or 2 hits one after another. We now can take the goat skull because our crit chance is higher than 100%. And even if it's in wave 15, we will still take the hunting trophy because 100% crit chance. Every hit will kill an enemy and will give us materials. So we get much more materials even though we started just now. So it will still pay for itself and much more. So we skip a lot of items here because they are not good. We reroll and we have to think about what we take because it's getting quite expensive now, and to be honest, we have a quite good build currently and we don't want to decrease a lot of stuff. The little muscly dude is quite good here. And we can also take the banner, even though it will decrease our lifesteal. It will increase our range even more, so we can get out of harm's way. And you see our max HP is quite high, so we could focus on armor now if we get it, to increase our sustain, or the value of the HP we have. But you can see our damage is really good, so the enemies die so fast, and the hunting trophy drops a lot of extra money, so we actually outscale K at this point with the lucky finds of the hunting trophy and the critical item of the belt, the giant's belt. We will take the piggy bank here. It's a really good item if we get a lot of money, so we can save up. We also take some armor, like I said, we want to increase it. And now we have another shuriken, only 2 more to go. Then we will take the defective steroids for our max HP and melee damage. We have some free rerolls, we will spend them, see what we can get. Don't have anything major going on here. At this point we're really strong, so we got also the piggy bank, so we can consider if we want to go in the next wave, even though it's elite, to get more money out of that bag. Here we roll once, but it didn't get something good, and now we go in the next wave, and you can see how fast this rather tough boss dies. Here we could also have been doing some farming, because it spawns a lot of enemies if it gets in the second phase, this boss. But I chose not to be little on the safe side and kill it before it kills me. And now it's a really easy wave. We also want to see if some good legendary item drops. We got the cape. It's actually really bad for us. We don't want to fix our dodge at this point, and the 5 lifesteal is not that worth. So we sell it. The acid is a good find because we don't have any dodge, so we can waste it. Get some more max HP. Here now good rolls. We will roll once and then get the damage up to increase our damage. Yeah, it's, like I said, again a tough decision. You could also argue our damage is good enough. We can increase our survivability. We level the next shuriken to maximum. It's only 1 left. We roll again. You see we have a lot of money because of the piggy bank and our really good finds during the last wave. So mouse is really good, lifesteal and more enemies, more lifesteal, more money. We roll, see what we can get. So here we roll again, nothing really interesting here. Nothing here again either. So we roll again, and here we find something interesting. We have a shuriken which we can't buy, but the lure is a good find. We want more loot, goblins. And we go in the next wave, and you see from 800 something to over 1000. So we get a lot of materials from the piggy bank, and we will kill the enemies really fast. So our material gain is really high with all of the extra drops from the hunting trophy. So it's crazy how much material you get in one wave. And you see it's really easy at this point. We got even 5 bags. We will take the wings, we will take the dangerous bunny, even though it's quite late. We will sell the statue. At this point, luck is not that worth it, so we sell it. We buy the tier 4 health. We will take the tentacle for my healing and crit chance. The crit chances doesn't matter at this point, but the healing when you crit or kill an enemy with a crit is really good. We take another wings just for the memes because we are so fast and have so much range. So now we have full shuriken at tier 4. And now we take some coffee to increase our attack speed. And here we will, I think, buy the last of the 5 tentacles, so even more healing. We'll take the muscly dude again. Gives us more max HP and more melee damage. We roll once more to see what we can get. Nothing amazing here. The black belt is okay. You can take it just to make sure that you hit level 25. And I will also take the plant because it's a really cost-effective item. And then we go in to get, again, a lot of value of the piggy bank. And you can see the enemies are dying really fast. And we still kill them off screen. Our bounces are crazy, our damage is really good. Our sustain is at this point actually also quite good. We have quite high FHP. We have good armor. We don't have any dodge, of course, but we have 1 hit immunity of the tardigrade. And I think we don't have any issue with the boss. We have a lot of money as well every wave because of the hunting trophy. We take the damage up. Then nothing really good here. So I guess the hedgehog is the best one, but not that amazing. So we reroll once. At this point, the medkit is okay. The luck, we don't care. We could take the medkit. We hope to kill the elites, the bosses, before it matters. The coupon is way too late. The butterfly is a good item, so we increase our lifesteal to, if we get hit, to heal up more easily. But here, again, nothing really good. So the community support could be a good buy in earlier waves. This wave, it's not that important. It just decreases our armor. Our attack speed is not that high, at least in the beginning, because there are not that many enemies. Metal blade is good to increase our armor again. We like it. And then the snail is good for slowing down the bosses. We can take the metal, of course, because our crit chance is higher than the 100, so it doesn't really matter if we buy it. There's no downside, just some money. The snail is good, like I said, to slow down the bosses. And here, luck doesn't matter at all in the last wave. For us at least. And then we buy some more HP, more melee damage. We can buy it again, doesn't really matter. Our attack speed is good enough. The community sword and glass cannon, I think they just want to be bought, so I guess at this point we can. But we don't really care. We don't want to decrease our armor. And you can see we go in and the bounces even bounce from one boss to another. So it's so fast. We kill one and the other one is half life. And our healing is really good. We get quite a lot of damage, but we can heal up so fast, it's not a big deal. And then we are done. So you can see that's quite a good character. I like it quite much. And yeah, so I think the most lucky things I got here were probably the giant's belt that I got early. It's a really good find to burst down the elites, and yeah, just in general to make it way easier to kill the enemies. The piggy bank we could use quite well at this run because it was easy to farm up materials and use the piggy bank to get even more materials. And the hunting trophy, of course, was a crazy good find. If you have shurikens and 100% crit chance, you get a lot of materials from the hunting trophy. So in general, it's a good character. It's a squishy character in most cases, but it's a fun character. So I could recommend it to you. If you want to see what I find is the easiest character, check out my doctor guide up in the top right corner. And if you also like this video, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, I hope.